Taking somebody's blood pressure is a very useful skill to have because it can show you the overall health of a person and if their heart is functioning properly. If a friend or a loved one comes to you and says that they're not feeling very good, I would recommend taking their blood pressure because the reading can tell you if they need to go to the ER and seek immediate help. My name's CJ, this is Levi, he's gonna be our patient today. And I'm gonna show you how to take a manual blood pressure. This is a skill that I've learned in my health science classes recently, so that's why I'm gonna show you guys that today. Start with our equipment here. This is an arm cuff. Attached to that is a sphygmomanometer that has all of your units that you're going to be reading. Air pump with a dial on that. I'll explain more about that later. You also need a stethoscope. The stethoscope is important because we're going to take that and put that over what's called the brachial artery. What you're listening for throughout this process is a sound that goes boom, 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 boom. You start by pumping it all the way to 200 units and you slowly release the air until you hear that sound. When you start hearing that sound, whatever number that lands on, that's the top number of the blood pressure called your systolic blood pressure. When you hear the sound, you keep releasing the air until you don't hear the sound anymore. When the sound stops, that number is the diastolic blood pressure. So you have 2 units. A normal blood pressure is 120 over 80. Pre-hypertension is 130 over 80. An emergency situation is when your systolic blood pressure would be 160 or 180. So the first thing you're gonna do is make sure your patient's arm is the right size for the cuff. Most cuffs have 2 bars on it like this one. We're good to go here. Make sure it's nice and tight. It's also important to ask your patient if that feels comfortable for them, not too tight.
Good.
Feels good. Okay. Also want to make sure everything is straightened out. You don't have any kinks in your wires. I'm going to have Levi hold this right here. Put your stethoscope on. Put it on top of the brachial artery. To start the process, you want to turn the dial all the way to the right. Once it doesn't go any farther, you're good to go. So we're going to pump, like I said earlier, all the way to 200. Then you slowly turn the dial left, releasing the air. Again, we're listening for that sound. Also looking for the needle to start ticking up a little bit. Right there. Slowly release the air until the sound goes away. Right there. So Levi's blood pressure right there was 136 over 78. You also want to make sure that you turn this all the way to the left. That releases the air so it's not tight on your patient anymore. And that's how you take manual blood pressure.